Hello. Okay. Here. Okay. If you're seeing this, I want to tell you, congratulations. You did it. Like, it has not been easy. This is not an easy journey. This is not one for the faint of heart. Hold on. Okay. I guess that's what happens when you're caught outside. All these bugs. Yeah, you did it, and feels like you needed to take like several like deep breaths and maybe scream and cry and jump and run, but you did it. And if you don't know what you did, I'll tell you exactly what you did. So see, look at these little guys. Okay. You chose differently, and I'm not sure what that means to you, but you did something differently. You took your power back. You took your energy back from something. You chose yourself. And look, the thing is you are someone who is you're such a giver, and you just want to you have this I was gonna say save the world energy, but it's like Bob the Builder energy. Like, you just want to fix everything. Maybe you resonate with being like a mediator. Oh my goodness, okay. Maybe you resonate with being like a mediator, or like whenever there's like conflict or something, you're always like meddling in between, and you're trying to like resolve it. Like, no, they didn't mean it by this, like this, or oh no, like they were trying to say this, like the peacekeeper. Like, you're trying to always keep the peace. And let me tell you something, that's a beautiful thing, but I know you've suffered tremendously by doing that. So I want to say this, that you've been on this healing journey, and it's exhausting. It is so exhausting at times, because you're going up, and then you're kind of going down, and then you go up again, and then you're going down, and then boom, you crash, and it's just a lot. Like, it is more than most people can handle, truly. And this, that if maybe some of your friends or family, or if they went through the things that you went through, my goodness, it would have been a different story for them. Let's just say that. And so but the thing is I'm here to tell you that you making that decision, and you pulling your energy back, because the thing is, it's good to give, it's good to do this, it's good to do that, but then at the end of the day, when you're trying to explain yourself, or trying to make someone see your side, or you're trying to convince someone that you're a good person and you're not the way that they perceived you, or all these things, and you just feel drained, you feel like you want to scream and cry, and you just that is you. That is reflective of you not pouring into your own cup. And let me tell you something. You have no idea. You have no idea who you could be, what you could look like, how you could be walking, how you could be talking, how you could be living and not just existing, how you could be, who you could be, if you used all that energy that you're using, putting into this, over explaining yourself, trying not to be misunderstood, so you're meddling or doing this or that or whatever it is, and you put that into yourself. Do you have any idea the kind of person you would become? That version of you that you just dream of, that life that you dream of, that life would naturally magnetize towards you if you gave yourself the love that you give to others. well. And look, I know the energy has been, it's been heavy, it's been exhausting, it's been a lot. But let me tell you something. Because of your past, because of your disappointments, your family or partners or whoever it was, you were disappointed a lot and you were betrayed a lot. You're just let's just say disappointed, okay? And because of those disappointments, you just go, see, I knew it was too good to be true. Or see, like, whenever it's up, then it's always down. But what you don't understand is that, okay, I'm getting like passionate. When things go up, they go down, not because, oh, it's over, oh, you're not going to receive that blessing, that manifestation, those things that you're like affirming every day. That's not the truth. The reason is because you are creating the barriers preventing the blessing from coming into your life. And then boom, see, it gets through this one and it starts flowing through and you go boom, fear, doubt, your false identity, whatever it is. It creates another one, it creates another one, it creates another one, it creates another one. And then you're sitting there wondering, oh my gosh, like, why is my life like this? Like, oh my gosh. No, you need to take your own advice. And the reason I'm being like hard on you is because I know you can do it, and I know you can do it. You just need a reminder. You just need a slap in the face sometimes, a little reality check. Like, sometimes I don't like saying like, oh, reality, but if you're watching this, like, like what reality I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, oh, be realistic. No, we're not talking about that here. I'm talking about the real like spiritual reality. And so let me tell you something. When things start going down, oh my goodness, they're like fighting over my hand. Okay. When things start going down, it is a time for you to celebrate, because it's literally, oh my goodness, yes. Okay, I'm hearing now. It's literally the blessing getting closer and closer and closer to you. Why? Because imagine there is like, for the purpose of this example, 5 like layers in front of you of whatever it is, right? 5 layers, okay? And one is like insecurity, doubt, fear of failure, like whatever it is. And when it's like, so uncomfortable, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like, why am I getting so triggered? Why is this? Why is this? Why is that? Why is my life like this right now? Like, I thought I was almost there. Let me tell you, that is the process. That is what you prayed for. Like, this part of the recipe. And it's uncomfortable because it's like the divine has like a dagger trying to get through these like barriers and boundaries and these roadblocks that you have created against your blessing. And that is why it's so difficult. That's why it's so like, it feels like it's so like out of reach. And the thing is with every like, it's a time to celebrate, because when it's uncomfortable, boom, it's a breakthrough. It's because it's like a dagger. It's like ripping through you. It's the triggers. It's this person's pissing you off. That person's making you mad. This one said this, that one said that. But it's because it's a time for introspection, to say, okay, we need to shake things up. We need to shake things up, the lies. We need to shake out the fear, the doubt, all this stuff. Like, we need to grab you and be like, freaking shake you like crazy, so all of those things can fall away. But that shaking, that ripping through, the crumbling, that tower moment, like whatever it is you want to call it, freaking earthquake, it is happening so it can dissolve all the barriers that you've created against, like I said, your miracle. So, and the thing is like, I need you to trust with all your heart that when you ask and you call on the divine, you call on God, you call on the universe, whatever it is you say, when you call to God, when you call out above to the only the holy power. What happens? It is received, it is answered, it is sent your way. And the thing is like, let me use an example. Say you're calling in wealth, prosperity, abundance, and say you grew up in like with poverty mindset, like some type of like lack mindset, right? And you're calling in like generational wealth, financial freedom. Okay, let's say that. What most people do, which is where they go wrong, is they go, God, I want to be financially free. Boom. What happens is it's received, the message is received, and then it comes back down. But then, I'm holding this like it's a microphone. But then you go to the store, let's say with $50, and you see a shirt, the linen shirt that you really want. And you're like, damn, it's $35, like, then I'm only gonna have $25 left, like, and then you go over there and you see the sales section, you're like, well, $50's all I have, and I'm basically broke, and see, it's because God never listens to me, like, and I'm sorry if I'm being so harsh, like, I don't mean it that way, like, I mean this with love, okay? Anyways, and you're like, okay, God doesn't listen to me, see, like, blah, 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 blah. And then you go and you see a shirt that's on sale for, like, last call, $5 shirt, okay? And so you go and you buy the shirt and you're just kind of like, it's not the same. It's synthetic, it's not linen, it's, like, polyester, and it's not even the color I want, but it's kind of similar. You know, I wanted ivory, but it's kind of yellow, but it's $5. You can't beat it. What message, then, are you sending to God? I'll tell you if you don't know. You're saying, I don't trust you. You're saying, I don't trust you. Why? Because when you ask, you will receive. And let me tell you something. Where attention goes, energy flows. So if your attention is on lack, if your attention is on attention. If your attention is on I don't have, then guess what's going to happen? Where attention goes, energy flows. So if it's flowing this way, boom, you're like, I don't have, then it's going to keep coming back to you. And whatever you react to, you attract. So you're going to keep, this is what's going to happen, is anywhere you go, now that you have that seed planted in your mind, see, I don't have it. See, God never answers my prayers. See, it, look, it always happens. Grass is greener on the other side. It always works out for them. But what about me? And hold space for yourself, because like those seeds were planted from your childhood, and it is not easy. But if you found this video, it's because it's up to you. You are the one in your family. You are the one that is going to change everything. You're the one that's going to change everything. So how do we receive these blessings then? How do we receive these big breakthroughs and step into our highest timeline and walk into an era of, what do people say? Like your winning season, your most abundant life. Like, how do you walk into that? Is you have to walk like it has happened, because that's a promise. It's done. Like creation it's done. Like I always say this, and I'm just like God created. That's past tense. It's done. It's all prophesied. Even like they say in the Bible, the end times are prophesied. Your trust that the plan for your life is done, is prophesied. Those desires in your heart, it's because it's a promise. It's a promise. So you have to walk like it's promised to you. if you know in your mind, like, you want to be rich, then you walk like it. Because the thing is you have to what was I going with that? I don't know, but that's just my mind, so let's keep rolling with it. You need to walk like it has happened for it to happen. Because when you everything in this universe is energy, including you, including your words. I mean, every single thing is energy. So when you walk in lack, you receive lack. And when you receive lack, you react to lack. And when you react to lack, you attract more lack. Boom. Like, that's crazy. And the thing is, it's like, people go, oh, it's unfair, it's unfair, it's unfair. But the explanation I just gave tells you why it's perfectly fair. It is perfectly fair. And it is, I'm saying this like, it sounds like, when you say it out loud, it sounds so easy, but it is not easy. And give yourself like a pat on the back, a hug, cry it out. Like, this is not easy. But you have these big dreams and desires, and you have a crazy, beautiful imagination for a reason. And it's because you're going to live an extraordinary life. You came here to live an extraordinary life. And yeah, so now I would like to say this really quick. I am spiritual. I don't really say I'm not religious, but I think there's truth in like all religion. And I rejected like the Bible, I rejected all that stuff, but recently I got a Bible and I was kind of like, yeah, maybe like I'm gonna read this Bible to prove it wrong. Like, that's kind of the mentality I had. So like my back hurts. Yeah, that's kind of like the mentality I had. And let me tell you something. When I was a kid, I would just open it up because I grew up religious. I opened it up and went, I don't know what this means. I just never understood it. I was really little though, so who cares? But it's insane because I've always been very wise, and like my whole life. And so at this point in my life, I know, like, okay, I know who I am. I know the gifts that I have. Like, I know that I'm meant to share this wisdom with people. And anyways, okay. So I get this Bible and I open it up and boom, it's like, now there's some things I don't resonate with, I will say that. And then there are other things in there where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is literally what I'm like preaching to everyone. This is literally what I'm trying to like the advice that it spills out of my heart that I give to people. Oh my goodness, I open the Bible and it's literally like right there. And I'm like, interesting. So I'm gonna share something from the Bible, which this is crazy. Like, I never thought I would do this, but I'm like, you know, life is full of surprises and I'm open to all of them. So let me tell you this. So I have been seeing the number 43 everywhere, and I see this at like certain times in my life, and I don't know exactly what it means. But I literally went to go look at this, like, this random verse, right? And I opened up to the wrong page. And you know, since the energy lately has just been all over the place, it's just been crazy, I was like, you know what, like, let me look at this verse. Let me see what's going on. And I opened to a random page, and then I was kind of like, I felt like my old self would have been like annoyed, frustrated. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, where is it? I can't find it. Like, I lost it. But I was just like, now I'm like, nah, everything happens for a reason. I go look, boom, right there, the number 43. And I'm like, whoa. So I read it and I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing these names, these words right, because again, this is like my first time really reading the Bible. But this is in Acts, or the Acts 28, 43 to 44. And it says, but the centurion, willing to save Paul, kept them from their purpose, and commanded that they which could swim should cast themselves first into the sea and get to land. And the rest, some on boards and some on broken pieces of the ship. And so it came to pass that they escaped all safe to land. Now let me tell you something. Who is the one that went to swim? I'm not talking about the Bible now. But I'm saying, like, all of this is, there's lots of symbolism and in here, which I can see now. Commanded that they which could swim. Do you know what it would take for you to just, boom, dive off of a boat and into the sea? Do you have any idea like how frightening that is? But you know how to swim. So it's like the same thing. You are the one in your family God chose to create, like, you're a light, you're holding the torch, you're paving the way, you're showing them what's possible. And the thing is that's what it is. You're the only one that knows how to swim. You have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have that introspectiveness about you. You have a giving heart. You listen so well. You're so deep and passionate and articulate. And the thing is that you have all the tools that you need to jump. And so then you get to land. And how do they get to land is because you got there first. So it's not you saying, come on guys, come on, swim with me. They don't have the same tools as you. They don't know how to swim. You do. So that's why God chose you. It's because you know how to do it. You're the only one that can do it. So hold space for them in that way. Forgive them. Do that healing work, that root work, that shadow work. Like, please. And forgive, because it's taking up space. That capacity to step into your timeline is this most abundant timeline for you, most blessed timeline for you is it's weighed down by everything that you're carrying, by all the pain of the past, by the resentments, the guilt, the shame, all of that is preventing you from stepping into this time. Okay? And so I really, really, really resonated with this, and I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, because there was times in my life, and I literally looked at this song the other day. It's called Lost at Sea by Lana Del Rey. I believe that's the name. And I resonated with it so much, and I felt so lost and so very, very, very alone, right? You just feel like so isolated, alienated, and but it's all with purpose, and that is why. And now I have another verse, and it's Acts 16:25 to 34, but I'm not going to read to 34. So it says, but about midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns of praise to God, and the prisoners were listening to them. Okay. And suddenly there came a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison house were shaken, and immediately all the doors were opened and everyone's chains were unfastened. Now let me tell you something. The praise, that can be like the praise in the hymns, that can be your gratitude. Oh my gosh, gratitude attracts miracles. That can be your gratitude. It could be the affirmations. It can be your positive outlook. It can be your the manifestations you're calling it. It can be just any of those things that I just listed, right? And God hears it. God hears it all. And what did God send? Did God send what they wanted? Did God send something beautiful and divine and sparkly down from the heavens, or did God send a freaking earthquake? Okay, so I'm just like, dang, like, this is crazy, because is that not what's happening in your life? Is that not what happens all the time in your life, that you question, you just feel like, oh my gosh, feels like my world's falling apart? You get thrown into the sea alone. An earthquake is happening. Is that a pretty process? Yes or no? No, it is not. And that needs to happen so that the shackles that you are wearing can be released. So the doors that have been locked can fly open. So the abundance that you've been seeking can fly in towards your life. And I'm getting chills right now. And look, I just want to say that is what I mean is your pain has purpose. And I actually recorded this video before, but I had to redo it. Okay, we'll just say that. And when I say that, you're like, when you get thrown into sea, you have to trust that you are the one leading the way. You are leading the way. You are not alone. You are guided, and you were sent and you were chosen to be the one to lead that way. And your pain has purpose. It has purpose. And when I said that, a yellow butterfly, like, maybe I'll post it one day, and it just went like this and it went like that, and I was like, oh my goodness. So that's a sign for you, yellow butterflies. And a few other signs you might be seeing at this time is a black butterfly, so it's transformation, maybe a black cat, a dragonfly. So I saw a black butterfly just boom like that right in front of my eyes, super close to me yesterday. And same thing with a dragonfly. Like, I've never seen them get this close. The number 43, 111, 123, and lilies, the flower, lily flowers. And I made a post about that. And anyways, I just want to say this one last thing, that proof that this is the real reality. I was gonna say proof that I'm right, but what I'm talking about, this is truth. And so I will tell you a quick little thing that just confirms all of this. And so I like 5 months ago, half a year ago, I would say, I was investing in like a stock, and I put like a lot of money into it. Yes, it's risky, but I had faith. I was like, nah, this is gonna work out. And guess what happened after that? It literally, like, when I invested like half of my money, or like a third or something, I don't know. And it literally went all the way down to the ground, and I literally lost half of everything I invested. And I was like, oh, and my faith was wavering, and I literally sold so many shares. Like, I still had a lot. Like, I sold a few shares, I should say, not a lot, but I sold a few because I was like, I need money right now, I need blah blah blah. And basically what happened is I was praying that like it would get to a certain like a certain price, right? And it kept going lower and lower and lower, and every single day I see myself losing so much money. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. It was when that like mini recession thing was happening. And guess what I did? I listened to the outside noise. This person's like, it's not gonna go up for like 5 to 10 years. And I was like, oh my goodness, like what? I was like, whatever, like it is what it is. But I was just like kind of disappointed. But I was like, no, something in my intuition was like, no, like you bought it for a reason. And I was like, oh, like, I don't know, but you know, maybe you're so used to just listening to the outside noise, and you're just like indecisive, and you ask people, oh, what do you think? And so what happens is I prayed. I prayed about it, and I made like a post-it note of like, it went to this price, even though it wasn't at that price. I put it under my pillow and whatever, and I just let it be. And every day since then, I'm just like, whatever. And guess what happened? It literally went to that price, and then it went higher, and it went higher, and now it's literally it surpassed its all-time high. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, not only did God return all the money that I lost when my faith was wavering, because God will not punish you when your faith is wavering. Not only did God return everything to me, but God returned that and then some, and then some, and then some. And so it's like, what are you doing going up to this fool who's offering you a rose when behind you, God, like, turn around. I have a field of tulips, roses, hydrangeas, every flower imaginable, just for you, just for you. Your name is Jessica, and it's Jessica's field, like, of roses, of flowers. Like, it literally has your name on it. You're accepting breadcrumbs from this person, from this job, from this relationship, from this friendship, from whatever it is. And God has warm, sweet, delicious, warm, like a dozen of like loaves of bread just for you, right? And so that's just the message, and that was huge confirmation for me. And you know, like, I'm on this path too, so I understand. But let me tell you something. It is a time to celebrate, because you are receiving the confirmation you need right now. You are receiving everything you need. You literally just need to keep listening and hear in your gut, because your intuition, those heart desires, those dreams you have, those were laid on your heart by God, by the divine, by the creator. Like, those are laid on your heart for a reason, and is not by mistake. It is a promise, and I promise that to you. And so this is your confirmation to continue to walk by faith, not by sight. Okay? Not by sight. Block it out. Don't listen. You go inward. You listen inward. You settle down. You breathe slowly, and you listen in here. You meditate. You receive the answers. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, if you do this and you walk by faith, your deepest desires have no other option to be magnetized towards you. Okay, so that's the message for today. That's a very powerful message. You know, you want the doors to fly open, you just have to believe. You have to believe that it's going to happen. You have to walk like it, okay? So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I really hope this helps someone. Bye.